Welcome back in sports news. Former Super Eagles goalkeeper Peter Rufai believes that despite the disappointment of not picking up an African Cup of Nations tickets in the outgoing year, there are still positives to celebrate. Mr. Rufai wants the national teams to look beyond the disappointments and focus on a bigger task in the coming year.
Our football has really witnessed rough journeys, and on some occasions we've experienced joy, happiness. We've seen situations where we never knew if we'll be making it through to a major competition. But in general, we've had beautiful moments, lovely moments we could reflect, on and say, yes, we did very well in terms of soccer, football, But the fact that we are not going to AFCON, which is one of the major tournaments of the African continent, happens to be something that we sports lovers are not too happy about. But we are also at the same time still saying to the authority, for a job still well done. If you look at the achievements so far in the different age categories, then you can say yes. It's just that when you look at the term, the word there, the category, the Super Eagles.
The league management's company has approved mouth-watering incentives for the 2016-2017 Nigeria Professional Football League season that will kick off on January 14th, 2017. NPFL clubs will now receive 500,000 naira each for away victories, while clubs will receive 200,000 naira each for away draws. The LMC has also approved the sum of 250,000 naira each for any clubs that attract more than 5,000 fans each games. The NPFL clubs will also be paid 200,000 naira monthly for stadium maintenance, 100,000 naira for dressing 3 under-18 youth players in a match day, and one playing 15 minutes plus 200,000 naira for dressing 3 under-18 youth players in a match day, with one playing at least 45 minutes. The 2015 World Scrabble champion Wellington Jigere has backed teammate Ayorinde Seidu to become a world champion very soon. Seidu is the current African champion, and Jigere believes he has the capacity and experience to achieve world-level success. The 2017 World English Language Scrabble Players Association Championship will be held from November 6th to the 12th in Kenya. Chelsea manager Antonio Conte has praised Bournemouth head coach Eddie Howe ahead of their Boxing Day clash at Stamford Bridge. Conte believes the 39-year-old Englishman has what it takes to manage a great team if he continues to develop at his current rate. Howe guided Bournemouth to his first ever promotion to the Premier League in the 2014-2015 season, and the Cherries retained their top flight status with a 16th place finish the following season. Away from sports news, authorities in Russia say all 92 people aboard a military aircraft that crashed into the Black Sea are dead. The Tu-154 was carrying soldiers, reporters and 64 members of the famed Alexandrov military music ensemble who were to perform for Russian troops. The plane had disappeared from radar 2 minutes after taking off from Sochi on its way to Latakia in Syria. Russia had initially downplayed the crash as a result of terrorist attack, but investigators say they will be looking into an entire spectrum of possible reasons the crash occurred, terrorism inclusive. In the meantime, President Vladimir Putin has declared Monday a day of national mourning. The Israeli government is still smarting from the UN resolution on Israeli settlement reached on Friday. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu today summoned ambassadors of 10 nations that participated in the vote and the U.S. ambassador. The U.S. had abstained from the vote, allowing it to go through in the Security Council. Israel has accused the U.S., its closest ally, but a frequent critic of settlements, of engineering the vote, something Washington has denied. In his weekly address to the cabinet, Mr. Netanyahu said he had no doubt U.S. President Barack Obama initiated the vote, stood behind it, coordinated on the wording, and demanded it be passed. He ended by saying, "Friends don't take friends to the Security Council." The resolution, the first since 1979 to condemn Israel over its settlement policy, said the settlements had no legal validity and constituted a flagrant violation under international law and a major obstacle to the achievement of a two-state solution. Chile has lifted a tsunami alert after it was hit by a 7.6 magnitude earthquake off its southern coast. No casualties have so far been reported, but at least 4,000 people have been evacuated from the island of Chile, where it hit. Chile's National Emergency Services Office had initially issued an alert and ordered the evacuation of coastal areas of Los Lagos region. President Michelle Bachelet commended the people for their courage in the face of the disaster. And the main news again. Christians across the world today celebrated Christmas, a day which symbolizes the birth of Jesus Christ over 2,000 years ago. Clerics across the country preached sermons on love, tolerance, and selflessness. Also today, President Muhammadu Buhari called for patience as his government tackles the nation's socio-economic challenges being faced by Nigerians. The president made it, and all 92 on board a Russian military plane are feared dead after it crashed into the Black Sea. That's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the rest of the holiday.